Hey guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is getting super excited about next week and starting to prepare and starting to understand some of the meal prep and the containers and things like that. I hope you're not feeling too overwhelmed. Um, I hope you've gotten an opportunity to explore maybe some at Fixate and seen some of the recipes there, or just looked into the program materials. I know on the 21 Day Fix, the big PDF of everything. They've got some recipes and meal plan ideas in there already. I will be trying to share some other meal plan ideas. I've got a lot of people who have a lot of lots of experience at it, and come up with some really great meal plans. And I will be asking them if I can borrow and be posting and sharing some of those with you guys to give you some more ideas. And with that, I hope the containers aren't getting too confusing. Like I said, if you've calculated your meal plan, your caloric intake, and you found if you're blank plan A, B, C, D, whatever it might be, that is the last time for the next month we are going to worry about that number with calories. We're not counting calories. You're not having to figure out each day how many calories you're intaking and staying within that range, or that number that met to get you in that plan. You don't have to meet that number every day. You fall within a range and you're eating within a plan, and that's it. Okay, so don't worry about meeting that number anymore. Secondly, you might be saying, okay, this all sounds great, and it says I get 3 greens and 2 purples, but what does that all mean? What do I get? What am I supposed to eat? Well, there are plenty of ways of figuring that out. One, like I said, look on Fixate. They've got lots of recipes and things if you want to venture out and try something like that. And within Fixate, it will list what a serving size is and what the container count for each serving. Easy peasy, right? Secondly, or most importantly, is this one. And you can find this food list on the program, or in the program materials section of 21 Day Fix, and it lists pretty much anything and everything you think you'd want to know, or at least a pretty good guide reference of what's in, or what counts with each container. It's a great reference tool. I would say have it and keep a copy in your kitchen or something, or somewhere where you can quickly reference when you're thinking about putting things together. Definitely keep it wherever you're going to be doing any of your meal planning and writing anything down, prepping kind of stuff, so you have that for reference and you know how to allot for things. This also is great at the standpoint of being able to tell you, without having to stuff the containers, how many of something or the size of something that counts. So you don't have to sit there and count out 12 whole raw almonds. You just know that 12 almonds is a blue, and that's because it says it right there on that chart. Things like that. Or, for instance, a banana. Half a large banana counts as a purple, or one small banana counts as a purple. Now, granted, what's a small banana versus large banana in size? Well, if you had them all lined up, you'd probably be able to tell, but you can look up. I generally, whenever something's referring to a small, medium, large, I will do a quick Google search. Normally I'll say what's considered a medium orange, or what's considered a small pomegranate, or something like that, and it'll give you roughly size, or the within inches or amounts or cupful or this, that, or whatever. But the general rule for most things on the container count is if it will fit in that container and you could put the lid on top, that's your container and it fits. So eat that. With that said, having this as a reference, great tool. Another thing that I know I've mentioned to you guys was the 21 Day Fix app. The beauty of this thing is when you are at the store and you've got your little list or something, or you've ran to the store for something else and you're going, oh, I need to pick up an extra couple of veggies, or I need to pick up something else because I'm here, or why not? I need to grab a couple of other things. We went through all of our spinach way faster than I thought. What other veggies can I get? Well, the app, you could easily go in and there's this little section here where it says containers. Click containers. It lists all your colorful little containers, right? So I'm trying to come up with an idea for veggies. I click veggies and there is your list again of veggies, okay? So that's super convenient thing that's great for quick reference if you need it. So there's that on that app. So that's kind of giving you just your counts and your containers and how to handle all that. Something that I need to share with you guys is the plan that is on 21 Day Fix. They have made a few updates to that PDF document, to that plan. Now, if you want to stick with it as is, 100%, you're still going to get great results. There's nothing wrong with the plan. They've just gone through and made some updates that kind of better fit in line with the container counts. One thing in particular has to do with the Shakeology bases. Once a day, you are able to put certain liquids with like your Shakeology mix and count that towards a container. And used to, it gave basically all these different beverage options, whether it was your unsweetened almond milk, sweetened almond milk, regular milk, coconut water, whatever it was, and it just gave you a certain amount of each. And depending on the ounces, that's how much you got to use, and that's how much counted towards a yellow. And, those of us that only get, a few yellows or something like that, those carbs are precious, because we're cutting back on carbs probably as a whole. We've all had a very high carb rich diet, and we didn't even realize how high carb it was until you start having to keep up with it. So having something for your Shakeology base count against another yellow can be a little frustrating. That's one thing that was great about these updates, and I'm actually going to post this PDF. I was able to create a PDF out of it. This is the update, okay? So now everything does not count as a yellow. Yay! So with that said, something I regularly use is the unsweetened almond milk. So for 8 ounces of unsweetened almond milk, it counts as a teaspoon. So I don't want y'all to get confused and say, okay, wait, what you're saying, I only get a teaspoon of almond milk. No. This here, and this is how you count it. So used to, these kind of things, I think, like I said, I think almond milk was unsweetened almond milk. It said, I think you could have 16 ounces of unsweetened almond milk and it would count as a yellow, or you could have 8 ounces of sweetened almond milk and it would count as a yellow. And just depending on what it is and how it is. So this tries to make it more realistic, I guess, in the sense of rather than counting my 8 ounces of almond milk, unsweetened almond milk, as half of a yellow, now it falls more in line with how to count it. 8 ounces is now a teaspoon, so I just get to mark off one of my teaspoons as such. So if I were to make one of my default favorite shakes, the chocolate cherry, I put a scoop of chocolate Shakeology, I put in a purple worth of frozen strawberries, and all in with 8 ounces of unsweetened almond milk, and that is a red, a purple, and a teaspoon. If I do low fat, 1 to 2% milk, it counts, that does count as a yellow plus half of a teaspoon, okay? You see here, just different options. Like I said, I'm going to post this, or I'm going to put this in the files section for your quick reference. Again, this would be something else to have handy on file while you are starting to figure all this out. And the reason why they did this, like I said, if you would rather stick with the plan that's in there and just count everything as a yellow because you think that's easier for you, by all means, you can start with it that way. perfectly fine. But this just falls more in line with the macros. If you were to look at this list here, when you're talking about things like coconut milk, well, coconut milk, and where coconut falls, you can get canned coconut milk, and that falls in the blue section already. Or cashew milk and almond milk, those are with the nuts and everything, that falls more in the orange containers. While whole nuts fall in blue, but the nut butters and things fall under the teaspoon. Oh, sorry, I said orange. I meant teaspoon. Anyway, I don't want to get y'all confused. But this is a great reference, and here is the update, like I said, and this will be in the file section for you guys. You can search for it and probably find it on the Beachbody or Team Beachbody blog, but I'll have this there for quick reference for you guys. And finally, don't want to make this too much longer, but finally, I'm sure y'all are asking, because you all know I said that this plan works with real life. And while I would love for y'all to be able to get through the first round and not do too many extra swaps and treats and things, just to kind of detox your body of it and get the experience of realizing that you don't need stuff, I also don't want y'all to feel that if you're put in a situation and you're out with friends and want to have a glass of wine, or you're having family movie night and everybody else is having popcorn and you just have to have some popcorn, you can do that, and it's okay. And there is a treats and beverages list, and they've updated some of that as well, on how to properly count it all out. And this sheet here I will post again in the files section of the tracker app. And it'll just help break it down. And rather than everything always counting against your yellows, the way most treats did, this is going to help break it down a little bit better for you. Now, granted, a lot of stuff still counts against yellows, but it does give counts a little differently, and it helps say so many pieces or this or that versus, hey, measure it and this size container, but count it as that color container. I don't want to confuse you guys, but that was kind of the old system, and so the newer system they've tried to update and make it more in line as a whole. But yeah, see, there's the important stuff right down there, right? But anyway, I'll post those files in the section, and again, if that's something else you want to have printed out for reference. The treats and beverages, they only recommend about 3 times a week for swaps, just to let you give yourself those things and whatnot if you feel like you really need it. I will be honest, the first round I did through and everything, I did not do any of those treats and swaps. I wanted to stick with it 100%, and I really realized that I didn't need those kind of things the same way. And so then getting to have them afterwards, and as I continued on in my next round and my next round and my next round, incorporating those here and there just a little bit made them that much more of an actual treat versus something my body was going, ooh, I want that, I need that kind of feeling. So that's my recommendation to you guys. If you've got any questions, or you're starting to look at some stuff, or even starting to put some of your meal plans together, something like that, and you're going, okay, I think I'm on the right track, or I don't know how to count this, or whatever, feel free to either post in here and share with the group and ask some questions, and I'll answer, and then that way everybody can kind of see where you're at, and they can use that for their own personal reference, or just, like I said, feel free to call me or message me directly, and I will help y'all out as best I can. All right, I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.